Hello everyone. My name is Aspasia and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Asparagus Reading. And today we're going to be doing the end of year TBR tag, which I believe was created by Ariel Bissett. So this is basically just really quick video tag, just a couple of questions if you haven't already seen it. I would say maybe 5 or 6 questions. Very easy, very simple. I thought it'd be fun to do, so why not? Without further ado, let's just get on into it. So the first question is, are there any books that you have started reading this year and have yet to finish? Yes. I'm sure we all have done it when we pick up a book and there's a bookmark somewhere and you're like, oh, forgot I was reading that. I've definitely done that. I've definitely picked up quite a few books this year and just put down, haven't continued. Just because I'm a mood reader, or I just get distracted or busy, or I just want to finish something else and I completely forget. And there's a ton of them. I can't even tell you the titles of all of them and let you know there's a ton of them. The one that really sticks out to me right now is One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston, which I do have right here. This has been on my TBR for a couple of months now. I have read maybe 1 or 2 chapters and just has not continued with it since then. I will keep adding it to my TBR and keep adding it to my TBR and have yet to finish. It is currently on my December TBR and is one of the 4 or 5 physical reads that I have planned for December, so I'm hoping to finish it. I'll let you know by the time this video is uploaded. But I wouldn't keep my hope up forever because I'm a mood reader. I'm a slacker. And also I do feel like over time my interest in this book and just Casey McQuiston's writing has dwindled. I don't know either. I know you're probably gonna be crazy. I know. I'm obsessed and love Red, White, Royal Blue. I was really excited for this. As you can see, it has been months later and I have not picked it up. And then the third book, I was excited because, ooh, new book. But now that the cover and premise is out, I'm kind of like, I think just because my interest, my reading tastes have changed, and I feel like, and I think it's also because I've been seeing a lot of mixed reviews for this, and I definitely feel like those have influenced my interest in this a lot, and I also feel like majority of my interest in this was due to the hype and excitement of the new book, and not necessarily because of what the book is, if that makes sense. The second question is, do you have an autumnal book that will help you transition to the next year? So I don't really read books by season. I know a lot of people tend to read a certain genre in one season. For example, they might read a lot of Christmassy books during winter. They might read a lot of thrillers during fall. A lot of romances and contemporaries and like maybe memoirs during the summer. Things like that. I've tried that. It didn't go very well. I'm too much of a mood reader, so I don't really do that. I kind of just read as I go and see what happens. Question number 3 is there a new release that you're still waiting for? Off the top of my head, and when I check Goodreads, not really. I do think a lot of the books for 2021 that I've been interested in have already come out, or they're being pushed back to next year. I feel like for the most part, a lot of the books I want for this year, I have ordered, I have access to through my library or, some other site. Or I can, I'll find a way to get to them eventually if I'm really that excited for them. So I think for this year, I'm pretty good. The next question is, what are 3 books that you want to read before the end of the year? If you haven't already seen it, I have uploaded a TBR to Instagram and YouTube, but here are the 3 books that I really like to read by the end of the year. Violent Ends is the sequel to These Violent Delights, which I read recently as a buddy read with Vanessa from Paper Fairy. I absolutely love this and would love to get to the second one. Gilded, because this is a new Marissa Meyer book and I love her retellings. It's a retelling of Rumpelstiltskin, and also One Last Stop because I've been struggling to finish reading it. The next question is there still a book that you think that will shock you and possibly become a favorite of the year, if not the favorite of the year? It's possible, definitely possible. I highly doubt it though, because I feel like I have read some really knockout books in the past couple weeks, and I don't see the next few books being that. If anything, I would say maybe Gilded, just because it's Marissa Meyer. However, this one is definitely very different from her previous books. This one is I feel like this is more detail oriented, more slow, really takes more time explaining the characters and the world to you. I definitely feel like this is more for the readers to really get to know every little detail before really getting into the action and the plot, which is different because I feel like a lot of Marissa Meyer's books are very action, very quick, very fast, very lots of information, very here, there, this happened, that happened, lots of crazy twists and things happening. And from what I read of this so far, this is a lot slower, which it's not bad, it's just different. It's possible this one will be up there, but I'm not entirely sure just yet, but we'll see. I definitely feel like because I am reading a little slow right now, I'm not as into it as I could be. So maybe if it does pick up and I start whipping through it, possibly. And the only other one I think could be up there is Our Violent Ends. When I read book one, I had a pretty good idea I was gonna like it, but I ended up really, really enjoying it. And because many people have said this one is better because it's longer, it has so much more in it, it has them by a chokehold, aka Mel. It is an amazing book and all other kind of things. I could definitely see how this one could be infinitely better. But I feel like the ones that really shocked me and became favorites, the first one being is Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. So this is a book of the month, and it sounded really good because I really love when something happens to a family member or a friend, and that main character just goes absolutely angry and feral, looking for revenge and seeking answers. And I definitely felt like this. Immaculate vibes of exactly that. Loved it. I really liked just the whole thing in general. I was really nervous in the beginning because it does feature some elements relating to racism and sexuality and homophobia and murder and things like that. I feel like this one was just everything it needed to be and more, and it was, ooh girl. Another book that I felt like definitely really shocked me and became a favorite, and that is All the Feels by Olivia Day. This one I recently read like in November. And this is my third or fourth book that I've read by Olivia Day, and I really want to continue reading their books because I really enjoyed all their books so far and haven't really had any issues with them. This one, when I first started reading and I first heard the premise, I definitely felt like this one might be one of my lower rated books of hers so far. This is the highest and the favorite book of hers so far. Like, all these tabs, there's more. I just didn't go back and tab them. I think you might have seen me talk about this at some point. The last 150 pages, I was just crying. Absolutely crying. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just crying through 150 pages. I stopped annotating at that point. I mean, there's some in here, but I didn't annotate as thoroughly as I normally would. So I feel like if I went back, there'd probably be like 10, 20 more tabs in here. But this one was definitely a wild favorite one as well. And I was very surprised by how much I really connected both characters, how much I really was rooting for both of the characters, how much I love the side characters. Like, the side character conversations only here like 3 times. Well, no, the text conversations only here like 3 times. This book just had me going through an emotional wild ride. And I was just because, like, maybe the timing was just right. Maybe because I was just in the mood for it. I don't know what. But yeah, so now I am in love and attached. The two of these two, and there might be like 3 or 4 other ones, they might be fighting for top. And the final question is, have you already started making reading plans for the next year? Yes, of course, obviously. One, because I cannot survive without always planning, scheduling, and being organized and knowing what's going on in my future. I think that's just my Virgo placement. Have me in a chokehold. I don't know what it is. I have to plan everything. Even though when it comes to reading, 80% of the time I don't follow through with those plans. I need to plan anyway. So I have 3 bullet journals that are for future years. I just decided to order 3 because I just wanted to make sure I had them for the future. Even though I could order them later, I just bought them now. I have a whole YouTube playlist of like over 100 something videos, plus a Pinterest board with over 100 something pins for bullet journaling ideas. Which, honestly, if I only have 3 bullet journals, that is 12 months a year, that's 36 months total. I really don't need over 100 something ideas for 36 months. I already have created a story guide reading challenge that I'm still in the process of making. I threw in, 85 reading prompts in there in like 2 days. I have problems. I already have a plan somewhat for how I'm going to do my NaNoWriMo next year. No idea what I'm writing. Don't even know if I'm going to be able to do it. Don't even know if I'm actually going to be there. Don't even know if I'm going to be in school at that time. All I know is that if I am doing Nano, here's my schedule for the day. As of right now, for 2021, my reading plans are very general, I would say. Is 1, read my arcs. 2, read my textbooks. 3, read my physical books, because I have a lot. And honestly, I just want to have fun reading. That's pretty much my plan. I don't really have any specific books yet, other than my pre-orders that are coming in, and, you know, certain authors that I'm obsessed with who have a book coming out every year, obviously them. But other than that, I just want to read, get a lot of books that I own read, and enjoy what I'm reading. So that is all the questions for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out, and I'll see you guys next time. Leave any kind of book emoji, so it's like a notebook, a music book, bookshelf. I don't know what emojis. There's not very many, but if you can find one, throw it down below in the comments. How you made this far. Have a good night, good evening, good morning, good day, good afternoon, good. How did I settle all of them yet? Anyways, whatever time it is where you are, have a great time doing whatever you're doing, and I'll see you in the next one.